Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we'll be going over to all the details on how you can trade futures on the MEXC platform. So before we start, my name is Mazine. I'm a crypto trader and investor since 2021. This is my second profitable bull run. And in this channel, I present to you the best crypto opportunities. So if you don't want to miss them, make sure to subscribe and activate the notification. That way you're going to be the first one to get notified whenever there is a new one. So the first step is to create your account. To do that, just use the link in the description. You will get to this page and just put your email, your password, and click on signing up. If you use the link in the description, you will also get a free bonus when you join. So the next step is to deposit some crypto to your account. So to do that, you can come to the deposit section here and you have the choice between on-chain deposit, P2P trading, and quick buy and sell with your cards. So if you choose on-chain deposit, you will get to this page and you can choose the crypto that you wish for example, USDT, and you have the choice to choose from these chains. For example, you can choose the BNB Smart Chain, and you will get access to your deposit address. Then you copy your address and put it in the withdraw section from your other exchange or your wallet, and you send the USDT that you have. So then to start trading futures, you come to here to futures and you have the choice between USDT and futures. These are futures priced in the USDT, which means that you are trading pairs VES USDT. Then coin and futures, these are paired with other coins, for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum pairs, etc. And you have stock futures. You can trade futures for stocks with your crypto, which is amazing. We didn't have this back then. And then we have prediction futures. You can actually predict a price and trade based on that. So it's basically a little bit more complicated. You have grid trading, copy trade, demo trading, future overviews, and these just are some special BTC 500x leverage and Ethereum 500x leverage. So don't make it too complicated for you. We use mainly the USDT M futures. Just click on it and you will get to this page and you can choose which coin you want to trade. To make it simple, we are using the BTC. So once you are in this page, you can choose between a lot of settings. I'm going to explain each one of them. Last time I had to pause the video, guys, but I'm back right now to finish the tutorial. Today Bitcoin is at $114K, but let's continue on how you can open a position. So basically here, guys, around this area, you can see the price and you can choose between 1 minute time frame, 5 minutes, or 1 day, or other time frames, the ones that you wish for. For example, let's keep it on the 1 day time frame. And you can also use all these indicator and a lot of material that you can use to basically help your decision or help your taking a certain position. However, guys, I do not use the MEXC built-in charts to make my analysis. I use TradingView directly because it makes me aware of all my position, and it's also easier for me to access that rather than just to be on one platform. If you want me to make a video about that, just let me know in the comments. So here, guys, it's the order book. So you can see which orders are being done on Bitcoin right now on each price. So for example, in 115K, we have $24 million of Bitcoin ready to get sold. And here at 113K, we have $33 million of position ready to be bought. So it's people making position right now, and it's people trying to sell their Bitcoin here. For example, also you could change to one to see like where are exactly the position, and it could help make your decision to see where is the momentum. Are we bullish or are we bearish right now? So other than that, we have the market trades that are directly being updated in the second. But let's continue. Here you can open or close a position. So you have a lot of options to use here. You can either open a position with the limit, the market, or the trigger option. But first, before doing that, you need to choose between the isolated or the cross margin mode. So it's simple, guys. The isolated margin mode, it means that the assets that you are going to use to open a position will be only used for that asset. So if I want to open a long position on Bitcoin and I have, like, for example, $100, that $100 will be only used across Bitcoin. But if I use the cross, it means that $100 margin can be used across Bitcoin and other position. So for example, if I open two long positions, one in Ethereum and one in Bitcoin, and Ethereum go to, let's say, a price that will liquidate me. So from 3,000, 4,200 to $3,000, it means like I will get also liquidated on my Bitcoin position because I use the cross margin mode. But if I use the isolated margin mode, it means I will only use my assets in one single position. So I prefer to use the isolated mode, and here you can use or choose your leverage. So if you are still starting, I don't recommend you to play with the 50x leverage. I prefer to start with 10x, and then step by step you can increase your leverage. For the 100x and the 200x leverage, I really don't recommend it to you because your liquidation price will be very, very, very tight. For people who don't know about leverage, it means like if I have $100 and I put a 10x on leverage, it means that my position will be a $1,000. If I put 50x, it means that my position will be $5,000 with my available $100 here. So if you are just starting, just start slow and keep building up, because liquidation is very, 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 very frequent for new traders. Let's continue, guys. If you want to open a position, you have three options: either the limit option, the market option, or the trigger option. I use mainly the limit and the market option, but most of the times, like 90% of the time, I use the limit option. Why? Because the limit option makes me enter a position at the right price that I want. And for example, if I want to enter a position at $113K Bitcoin, I could just come here and put $113, and that's it. I just put how much I want to put in my quantity. So most of the time I use this to choose how much to enter the trade with. For example, let's say 5%, which means around $5 of my position, which means I will buy $53 of Bitcoin if I open a long, or sell $52 of Bitcoin if I choose to open a short. Okay? But here, before you open a position, you need to be very careful, because your long liquidation is at $101K Bitcoin, and your short liquidation is at $125K, which means at $101K Bitcoin, I'm going to get liquidated, and my $5 is going to really be gone, because it's my margin, not my whole $100, but only the $5 that I will choose to open the position with. So let's, for example, choose 10% and click on open long. But before that, let's first choose a take profit and a stop loss. For example, let's say I'm taking profit when Bitcoin will reach $120,000. And you can here see that if Bitcoin reach $120K, my PNL or the amount that I will be gain is $6.3. If I choose to do a short, it's the same thing. But let's also add a stop loss. For example, I'm gonna do $104K. Of course, before having your take profit and stop loss, you will need to have a proper analysis of this, and you need to have a proper understanding of support and resistance. I'm looking to create a video around that, but I'm just like trying to explain to you here how you can open a position. So let's say I'm gonna open the position right now. I have the order confirmation here. And before I open the position, let me click on last here. And I click on open long. So my order got filled. And if you come here, you can see that I have an open order at 114 and $110 Bitcoin. And my margin ratio is 1.4, which means I'm in a good ratio margin. I'm not going to be liquidated soon. And you can come here and you can see your annualized PNL. And you can also see if you want to add more margin and your take profit and stop loss. Normally, you can also, if you click here and click on display settings and click on TPCL, you can literally see your orders, and you can as well change them just from here. As you can see, it got changed here, or just change them here. Stop price should be higher than the estimated liquidation. That's obvious. I can come here and my stop loss got changed. So if I want to close this position, which means that I don't want to wait for my take profits or my stop loss, I can come here at close and I can choose how much amount I want to close from a position, which means that if I only want to close 50% of my position, I can choose 50% and I click on close long. But before closing the long, I'm going to choose the last price here. So I have an order confirmation, which means that I'm going to lose on this because the trade is not going in my direction. But here, my position has been closed 50%. And if we come back here, we can see that my margin is only at 5%. If I want to completely close my position, I can come here and click on 100% and click on close, and I click close long, and my position got closed. So it's pretty much simple. You just need to play around with the settings, and it depends on your position, but overall, it's not very complicated to open or close a position. Other than that, you can also learn more about the fee rates, about the maker, the taker, and the fee saved. Here, for example, on Bitcoin, you have 0 fees, which is something that I really like about MEXC, that there are also other pairs that have 0 fees and that you can trade. But mainly, guys, I think this is overall what you should know if you want to open a future trades in MEXC. There are also other options and other functionalities that you can know about. For example, the market or the trigger option or other options that you could use. And if you want to learn more about them, just click, for example, here, and it will give you a little description. And you can also see this page and literally just search something that you want to know how to use, and you will find information about it. But overall, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you have any question, just let me know in the comments, and I see you on the next one.